Okay, we're here today with Jackson Arnot, quarterback with Vista Ridge Rangers, 2023 season. How you doing?
Good.
Gonna just make it a pretty quick interview here. Got the game plan, the scrimmage with Copper's Cove this last week. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, but I'm more interested in finding out how it felt to be out there on the field after not playing for a season.
Oh man, it felt great. Just to be out there with my boys, having fun. That's what it's really all about. It's going out there, having fun, being around all my guys, and not being able to do that for a year was a little disappointing. But now that I'm back at it, it feels good.
Feels good to be out there playing against somebody other than your own team,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Against your other defense. Also, how did you think the Copper's Cove team was? How would you rate their defense? Like, what grade would you give them as far as how they play?
Oh man, they're a great ball club. Great coaching, very disciplined. But we were able to pick apart their defense a little bit. Their secondary was slacked a little bit. Just weren't able to keep up with our wide receivers. But they're a good defense, good offense, and I think they're going to do well this year.
Okay, good. Yeah, I thought they were a little more disciplined than last year. They seem to, the coaches, the second year for their coaches now seem to be getting those kids kind of wrapped back around where they need to be as far as discipline goes. I felt like they were a little undisciplined last year myself. What kind of grade would you give them overall as far as their defensive pass coverage? What A, B, C, D, E, what would you give them as far, or A, B, C, D, F, what would their grade be?
Yeah, we tore them apart a little bit, so I would probably say a C+.
So you expect to see some better defenses for sure.
Yeah.
They're a 5A program. They got some young kids out there, so I think that's probably a pretty fair grade. How were you? Were you satisfied with the way the offense played, the way your receivers and everybody came together? With just the overall, the way y'all did on your pass.
Yeah, there's always going to be things that we can do better as an offense. You're not going to have the perfect game. So there's always going to be things that we can do better as a team, as a whole, and me as an individual. But the offense overall minimized the mistakes. We were capitalizing on opportunities. And I think overall as an offense, we did really good for the scrimmage, being our first time out on the field together against an opponent other than ourselves.
Yeah, I did too. I felt like after last week's inter-squad scrimmage, you guys looked pretty good. I think you showed pretty well. Obviously, we have some tougher opponents coming up. Talking about tougher opponents, we got Bowie this week. Another 6A program. They're expected to be very, very good this season. What are you doing in preparation for that game? Anything specific that you can share with us?
Well, we're expecting a lot of blitz from them. They like to blitz those linebackers. They got some hard-nosed linebackers. They're a little bit of a younger defense. Most of the guys last year were backups or sophomores or juniors. A lot of the seniors graduated. But overall, during practice, we're just practicing on those blitzes. The safeties tell us a lot. But yeah.
So what do you expect to happen if the line breaks down a little bit and the blitzes are effective? What are we going to see?
I'm going to outrun them.
Okay.
Bring out the 16.
That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, in this scrimmage this week, you had a few where you were scrambling. There's one on the screen right now, and you were able to get the balls off pretty well to your receivers and downfield and keep moving the ball. So hopefully that'll be the case if that happens. I think we have a really good front lineup, though, and I expect them to hold pretty well. So any predictions on the game this week? How do you think the offense is going to do overall? Any score predictions? Anything you thought about in your head that you're working on as a prediction?
Bowie's going to be a tough team. Like I said, they're hard-nosed, good hitters. They like to blitz a lot, but I expect it to be a little close. They're a good team. We're a good team. It's going to be a good matchup, but I for sure have us in the end. I don't think their offense is going to do much against our defense. We have a pretty solid defense, shutdown defense, and as long as the offense can do what we did during the scrimmage, I don't think it'll be too close at the end.
Yeah, so last thing I'm going to ask you today is how did you think our defense did? Being a quarterback, you're good at reading and seeing defenses. How do you think our defense did against them this last week?
I think our defense is phenomenal. I think they're a shutdown defense, and to be able to practice with them every day is a privilege because you know, they were definitely one of the better defenses in the district, if not the best.
Yeah.
So going against other teams with different defenses, it's almost like a little easier because I'm used to my boys, they're hard-nosed, they're shut down, they don't give up a lot. So, yeah.
You would certainly expect, we had, I don't know, 8 or 9, I think, I might be wrong on that, but I think 8 or 9 returning players, 7 or 8 of those are seniors. So I think we've got, you know, a squad that's used to working together that I hope to see some really good defensive things from. Jackson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.